How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And it is Braggot Ale time in the form of Flying Fish's Exit 3 Blueberry Braggot Ale. Yeah, I like Braggot Ales, but it's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Generic term. You basically throw honey in a beer, you can kind of call it a braggot if you want to call it. You're talking about I believe, a 15% beer here. You're probably talking more of a barley wine, golden barley wine, I assume. But yeah, I'm actually excited to give this a whirl. Had a few Flying Fish beers over the many years I've been in the beer, and none have really blown me away, but at the same time, I've never had any of their bigger offerings. It's been low ABV stuff, random bars or on tap or whatever. And yeah, super excited to give this a whirl, as I love blueberries and I like Braggot ales. As far as what it says in the bottle, proudly brewed in New Jersey, Flying Fish Brewing Company, Exit 3 Blueberry Braggot Honey Ale brewed with blueberries. The Flying Fish Exit series. So it's been almost 3 years since our last Exit release. Between closing the old brewery, building a new one, and getting everything just exactly kind of sort of perfect, we were a bit overwhelmed, but hope you think the wait was worth it with the special release. Exit 3 is a gateway to a lot of farmland. So we're using one of the state's favorite crops, blueberries. Braggot is an ancient style written about since the 12th century. This Braggot features local blueberries and honey, a very limited amount of hops, and is fermented with Belgian style yeast. The result is a straw-colored beer with blueberry highlights. On the first sip, you will note a light sweetness along with citrus notes, followed by a well-rounded malt character. Beer has medium full body. This is a beer to share, perhaps with some nice aged cheddar. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, 15% alcohol by volume. And that's all she wrote. I don't see a date on the bottle, so I don't know how old it is. And that's that. So there you go. Label-wise, it's cool. You know, not the best label I've ever seen in my life, but not the worst. I dig it. You know, definitely very Jersey-esque with the whole exit thing there. So yeah, let's see what she's got. Oh, the labels will already fight me already. Fight through this son of a bitch. I had a little pull tab there to get the beer out. It just broke, which is always awesome. And there we go. So let's see what we got. Oh, I smell like a tartness. It's definitely blonde. 15%, man. Just looking at a beer like that, you're like, well, 15%. I mean, there's beers that look like that are 15%. That's pretty tall order to pull off. 2 fingers full ahead, not sticking around all that long. Really creamy top to it. Just off-white color. Decently small packed bubbles all around, but got little remnants floating here and there. It's I just did another review, and it looks almost identical to the other beer I just reviewed. It has this, it's a clear with this very, slightly opaque-ish particles floating around it. It's not like a high gravity density to it. It's actually got sediment in it, but it's like weird. It's all gelatinous in look, you know. So yeah, it looks like a blonde ale. So let's see what she smells like. You can definitely tell the Belgian yeast is involved. It has a super quintessential Belgian Tripel nose to it. It has that, like, just straight up Belgian, slightly bready, almost like apple-y tartness to it. Man. Belgian on the nose, zero booze whatsoever. I mean, this is 15% beer. It's this light of color. There's no barreling going on in it. It smells like a Belgian Tripel. Don't get much blueberry, or really much of any blueberry. And just that sweetness, maybe a little bit of caramel, maybe a little brown sugar, and that's about it. It's kind of nutty if this is 15%, and that's what's going on. So, yeah, I mean, it smells like a Belgian Tripel. just Americanized version of it. And it looks like one, too. Let's see if it tastes like one. Cheers. Okay. Where's the deal? I want to leave here right now and go to a lab and have this tested. Because if this is 15% alcohol, this is the most dangerous beer in the history of mankind. Ever. Ever. Because to have... It's almost like a delicate beer. I mean, the mouthfeel is medium full, like they said. But it's very drinkable. It's not harsh at all. Get that little bit of Belgian yeastiness, and you almost get like a pepperiness, like a coriander pepperiness with that little bit of, like I said, almost like a little bit of tartness to it, almost like an apple skin tartness. It's not really much blueberry going on in there. To me, it's more like apple. There's like a slight booziness to it, but it's not. It's not like a burn more than a warmth when you drink it. It's not like burning at all. It's just like, oh, okay, you drank it and then you feel like a warmth to it as opposed to an actual burn. Yeah. This is in the scary beer hall of fame because I don't believe it's 15%. I don't believe it. I'm sure it is. I'm sure they're not lying, but yeah, that's scary. It's my what I like to call Roofie beer hall of fame. Oof, God, people drink this stuff. I'll get lit up and not even know it. Yeah, it's got a nice sweetness to it. Like I said, it has a little bit of tartness going on. Nice mouthfeel, like a little bit sticky, but medium full, but not anything crazy, not super dense. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a nice, almost desserty sipper. It's just a little bit disjointed for me. I like it, but there's just something missing from it. I don't know what it is. I think they should have put a little bit. They even go in here to say that they didn't really throw much hops in there. Very limited amount of hops. I think it would have been a much more cohesive and better beer if they threw a little bit more bittering hops in there. Not that it's overly sweet, but just to kind of balance it out a little bit for me. I think that would have that, and then brewed it with some other fruit. Maybe a gourd fruit to give it some more fluffy, more dense mouthfeel. And that's just me nitpicking, trying to be an armchair brewer, and I don't know much about brewing, so don't listen to me. Anyway, yeah, it's not a bad beer overall. I like it, and I want to drink it. It's just, like I said, a little disjointed and just missing something for me. Rating-wise, I would give it an 86. 86 overall. Nice beer. Just missing that next component to kind of take it to the next level. Value and availability. I've seen it a few places in my area. I'm close to New Jersey, so your mileage may vary, but for me in Pennsylvania, I typically get fine fish stuff, and I've seen it a couple places, so I'm going to give it an availability of an 8. Value. You're talking about a $7.50 of a 15% beer that I paid, I believe, $7 or $8 for. That's bang for your buck, especially when you're talking about alcohol to AB or ABV to price point. And it's not a bad beer. I mean, so I'm going to have to give it a value rating of an 8. Nice beer in that 50% ABV beer at $8. Hey, that'll get the job done. So yeah, I mean, if you're into, let's see, you definitely get the honey there. Totally skipped over that whole part. Honey's definitely involved. Let's see. If you like Santa Claus, if you like apple-based, not overly tart apple-based beers, and you want to take it a little bit higher, a little bit more potent, if you want to get drunk. If you want to rep New Jersey. If you guys want to try something interesting, it's definitely an interesting beer. From a brewery that, doesn't really, from my exposure, produce a lot of big, interesting stuff. So it's cool. It's a cool take. It's definitely a well-done beer, like I said. And for the most part, just missing that one piece to bring it all together. So yeah, there you go. Flying Fish, Exit 3, Blueberry Braggot Ale. Not too shabby. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. If you like, check us out anywhere else on the internet. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. Massive Beers in all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice Braggot Ale right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.